Hey there, how is everybody doing this morning? We've almost made it through the week. Whew. Some days it didn't feel like it was going to happen, but I guess ask me tomorrow. Let's see who's in here. I see Allison Getzel was in here at 7:49. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. What a beautiful picture, by the way. Gorgeous. There's my friend Pat. She's outside having a coffee and playing with her dog. She's home. By the way, I loved the pictures from your trip. There's my friend Shannon, Katie, preschool granny, good morning. 2 Boston moms. Ha, we basically said the same thing. Hey, Celeste, where you been, girl? Missed you. Juicy Tequila Bobo, good morning. Good morning. There's Lisa. Huh, I almost said my name. I was asking a question in chat. Do I care? What a cool name. What a cool name. Unheard Not Forgotten. How are you, Alexandra? I sent you the link, Alexandra. I wanted to talk about that email you sent me because I loved it. Hello, Michelle. Hello. Katie, good morning. Jules, Sarah, Kayla. Hope everyone is doing good. There's my friend Uli Girl. Big T's mom. Hello. DT Driver. Hello. Hopefully I get everybody. It's kind of, I slowed it down. Southern Crime Detective. Cool name. I like it. Hello, hello. I pray indictments and some arrests are coming soon. I do too, and I've got faith. I mean, just based on Cal City. That's great. That is great. I mean, it's great with a twist because we know something terrible happened to the boys, but justice is coming for them. Jenna, good morning. Katrina, good morning. Juicy Tequila Bobo. I honestly think Candace believes nobody equals no indictment. Yeah, I think she thinks that too. Tanya, good morning. See if I'm getting through everybody. I think I missed somebody. Be a shiner, not a whiner. Good morning. Hope everybody's having a good morning and getting ready for the weekend. Leanne, love from South Africa. Well, love from America. Preschool granny, so angry about what they did to those boys. Me too. It's disgusting. And now I'm hearing that it turns out they had actually been missing for 3 months before this was reported. Did I hear that right? Please tell me if I'm wrong. I don't want to put the wrong thing out. Hang on, killed by their siblings. The boys were killed by their siblings? What? Oh, we're gonna have to do a show on this. I hate to come into a case really, really late, but I've been deep diving on this. Good Lord. Do you guys want to do a show about Cal City? Wow. Well, that makes me mighty sick. All right, guys, I'm going to go through some comments real quick, okay? And then get on with the show. Hold on. All right, I love the comments that you guys leave. Let me clean the glasses. That would help. Then I can see better. Bear with me. Crime Bee said, shocking how Summer goes missing. Granda says nothing. She then up and leaves state, still says nothing. Lawson says she lawyered up. Now she's singing like a canary. What are her priorities? Not Summer. I know my mom would be doing everything, going above and beyond to find her grandchild. This is not normal. This is not normal. I don't think so either. 8.5, almost 9 months. And what rattled your cage was the suggestion that, and you weren't even said by name. Nobody said your name. No one said Candace Hare is not cooperating. Well, and then we hear her in the interview I played yesterday. I've got another one we're going to go through today where she says, you know, I spoke with them December 13th about trespassing. So December 13th was a long time ago. You haven't done any sort of follow-up with law enforcement since? And you come on WJHL, which, okay, to basically let everybody know you are cooperating, but then you tell us you haven't talked to them since December 13th. I don't know, but we're going to talk more about it today. Malia, love that name. Oh my gosh, Candace is the spitting image. Why didn't Candace get on with Grandma and beg for Summer's safe return? She doesn't have it in her. She doesn't have it in her. All she could do was scribble on that pad, hold it up like a homeless person begging for change, and be done with it. Superhero says, the effed up video Scamdus posted on her channel of Summer in flames burning up in her alleged last outfit. Shaking my damn head. I saw that and I took some stills of it. I'm going to put it up in a little bit. Made me pretty mad. Made me very mad. All right, another comment. What is this? Candace lied multiple times between twisted teas and prank calls. Not to mention the wild theories between wildlife, Mexican mafia, drug dealers, and tree trimmers. Yep. Now you see exactly. You see what we're dealing with. You see why we're here. You see why we're sitting here. All right, I got to blow this comment up. Hang on, because it is small. They can't keep their lies straight anymore. First, she says no lawyer. She said Dawn might, but I don't. Then someone somewhere pointed out that she stated she has PIs. She also mentioned her lawyer. She did on a panel. She did say her lawyer. Gosh, I've seen so many channels about Summer or the Candace Show. I don't know the name of his channel, but his name is Jamie, maybe in his 40s. She hijacked his live like she does with so many other content creators. She shows up and asks if she can come on, then changes the entire topic of their live. She went on his channel to tell him that Donnie hung up on her twice because he doesn't trust her, but she only went on one date since he's been in jail. I did not hear that. Oh my gosh. She said, does she have a lawyer or not? She has PIs. Who? Private investigators cost money. By her continuing with the show, hopefully soon there will be a slip. They will all go down. Fortunately, the boys will be saved. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. This is how I look at that. Let her keep talking. Let her keep talking, because I do think in the inebriated, desperate state that she's in, she will eventually slip something. And she's been slipping a lot. She's been slipping a lot. Alicia. Yep, it's in the video I sent you, Brooks. Okay, I got to go back to it. I'm sorry. Hang on. Oop. Okie Bree, I did see that. Jackie. Candace said Summer is with her in spirit. Something only said about the dead. Well, and as you remember, she's been talking about her in past tense from the get. Doesn't really make any sense to me. Hello, Emma. Hello, Emma. The whole thing reeks. After seeing Grandis's interview with WJHL, I'm more convinced that Candace especially is holding something back. She will not speak to the media, but she jumps on YouTube all the time. She was on YouTube last night, but she wouldn't talk to the actual news media on Tuesday. It makes no sense to me. And I got Shannon backstage. Let's see what Shannon's doing. Hey, Shan. Hello? I don't know. Can she not connect? I'm going to send her a text. She might be having connection problems. That's okay. All right. So she posts an old TikTok. It looked like an old TikTok to me, but then someone said, no, she made this recently. I just took some stills of it. This is what she's putting up. Look at this. This is what she's putting up. Look at this. You've got to be kidding me. Shan, we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I fixed the audio. It's a
Okay.
newer laptop, so I'm trying to figure it out.
That's okay. Look
Okay,
at the
let me get
screen.
out.
Look at the screen. Can you believe what Candace is posting?
Oh, I saw that last night and I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, am I really? Why? What? Who? What?
Mhm.
And I was
And
like, is this subliminal? Does she think this is cute? It
Crime Time said it's a stupid TikTok filter, and she was just stupid for posting it. She is. That is a dumb, dumb thing to post. It's disturbing. It's disrespectful. It's
yeah,
shameful. She knows what this means. And it's high
absolutely.
time. It's high time to stop the nonsense. Take that down. It's high time to stop.
I'm in awe.
I am too. And what she's doing on her channel is for her own attention. This is not a focus on Summer. And right now it's very
No,
sad because the community is very divided. It's very team Summer or team Candace. I'm sorry, but that's how I'm seeing it.
it
And this
is.
picture
And I've
was
noticed
which
I noticed too that, since the beginning of this case, there was remember when there was a video of Candace sitting on a bench all alone for a prayer thing that nobody came out to, that was set up, and she
yeah.
looked so sad. You see like a wave of people have sympathy or compassion, and they're like, "Oh, we're on her side and we're not on Dawn's side." And then it's, "Oh, we're on Dawn's side." It's like a wave through this whole case that I've seen gone back and forth, and I'm like, "You can't y'all got to look at the whole picture." You know what I'm saying? And there is no sides. The victim is Summer and her brothers, the kids, all of those kids that were ever with Candace or Dawn,
Mhm.
period.
Sad. And if you look at the screen, this isn't the first time she's posted something disrespectful and in bad taste. This is one of the first pictures, I think it was the first she put out of Summer in a coffin. And look what she says.
What does that say? Because I'm looking at it through my phone, and since I switched,
My
I
baby
can't even
girl,
my
mommy and daddy misses you so much. We are searching everywhere for, and I won't stop until I find you.
they posted. I know they probably posted this picture before she went missing, but they posted that picture after she went
After.
missing and wrote that.
Yeah,
Wow.
they took it at a restaurant, like a Hatfield and McCoy's restaurant. And Summer's just, she's being a kid. She's
Yeah.
being goofy and funny, but that's the picture she used. So you can't tell me she doesn't know something. And then we get these last night. Very bad
It's almost
taste.
like subliminal in a way.
It
It
is.
that's weird. That's sad. I don't even like what is she thinking? What is she trying to do? What is she trying to say? I just That just is so disgusting and disturbing. I flipped. I thought, when they can't say anything worse, there they go. Or do something worse. It's like there they go, you know?
Yep.
Oh.
Jackie said, I can't. Suzanne, welcome to the family. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Lisa read my mind. How about some pics of Candace with that filter? Yeah, I think that would be better. I think that
That's
would be
cute.
better. I think
Yeah.
that would be better. All right, hang on one second. I'm going to play just a small audio clip from her video last night. Hold on.
Gotcha.
Shannon will entertain you.
Oh. Da 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 da. I don't know. Let me read chat. I hope everyone's doing good today. And I don't know about you guys, but for the last week, it has been an emotional roller coaster watching all the videos of Candace on and off. It's just it blows my mind, and it seems she's so happy, and she looks better, and she's happy, and I don't mean better like she's living her well, she is living her best life, but I don't mean like, she's it's a good thing, but you can tell the big difference since Dawn went to jail, and she's on YouTube now. And
Well, and let's talk about that because you and I have talked about this several times. She
mhm,
is like a different person. It's kind of, we got sort of a happy go lucky Candace all of a sudden, you know, almost like a
it,
giddy schoolgirl.
it's very giddy. Yeah, when you said that, I was like, yes, reminds me of like a teenager, like, oh, let's go on Tinder and see what we can find. And, I think she has a few crushes on some people, and it's just weird. And, you know, if you're going to use your platform to beg these so called abductors, bring me my baby back. Use it for that. But it that's another thing, her on camera, you know, little monkey's mom. I'm like, no, 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 no.
She needs to
Better
get
close it.
Brandy's name out of her mouth. She needs to get Brandy's name
Yes,
out
she
of her
does.
mouth. She needs to quit trying to associate herself with Brandy. She's got to stop that now. Brandy does not deserve that. Little Monkey does not deserve that. It's too late in
No,
the
he
game for
doesn't.
her to start acting like the grieving mother. When you see Brandy, she is begging people. If you see him, I mean, a child that could possibly be him, call 911. She has the number recited to call with tips. Then you have Candace. She can't even say, man, someone's got to know something. I mean, I don't expect her to be eloquent in her speech because, I mean, she's just, I don't expect her to be prime time ready.
Not that way.
No, she's not that
Right.
way. I'm not
Right.
that way. And I mean, in the face of adversity, we don't have the right wording. But 800 TBI fine, she should have that written on her hand, okay? And be ready to recite it at any minute. She is not, she's not. And she needs to quit trying to put herself in the same boat as Brandy. Look at Brandy's interview with Chris McDonough and look at Mom Patrols. Look at the difference.
Crazy difference. It's it it's almost like it's right in front of our face. It's right in front of law enforcement's face, and I almost feel like she's not thinking about these kids because she's hopping on, she's posting videos, she's going up on panel, and she's just like, "Yay, I get the spotlight!" And her and Dawn are just this toxic relationship that feed off of each other's negativity. And like, he's pissed because I don't think he's mad because she's on YouTube and she may say this or that. I think he's simply mad she's on YouTube, period. And that
She
she may find her a new boo. I don't know.
and she will find her a new boo. It won't take her long. And that person's going to be a lot like Dawn and a lot like her first dude, unfortunately. And that scares me if the people have their own children, because we see how she treats her own biological children. Suzanne, how can a grieving mother look so much better since she's alone? She needs to never compare herself to Brandy. What grieving mother writes notes to Ansley instead of going on TV? Maddening. Absolutely maddening. It's sick. It's sick. What do you think about that, Shannon? The way that she keeps trying to lump herself together with Brandy.
It makes me sad because looking and or watching Brandy from the very first time we saw her till the last time she was on camera, I believe, with a press conference maybe or an interview. I just go back to her daughter telling her, I want to say it was around Christmas, Mommy, it's okay to be happy. And that poor woman, you've got to try to be happy for your children that you do have with you, but how do you do that? And to even compare yourself to that situation is so wrong. She needs to learn. Candace needs to stay in her lane. And I feel like Candace, now this is just my opinion, I feel like Candace watches YouTube during the day. And remember how
She
CM used to
absolutely does.
say,
She absolutely does, or she wouldn't know who Brandy is. She sees the sympathy Brandy's getting.
exactly.
She wants to lump in with that. There's one extremely big difference. The law enforcement in Idaho are saying Monkey was abducted. The FBI card unit in Summer's case is saying, no way, no sign of
Yep.
an abduction. So quit it.
Nope. Which leaves they did something or know who did do something.
Or she wandered
And
off.
there could
There's,
be,
there's two
or
possibilities.
she could have wandered off. Right.
My whole thing with
Which,
the wander off thing, though, is not only their dogs on the hill, but the very skilled and trained dogs that they had multiple days and times looking for her. They would have picked up
yeah,
somewhere. She couldn't have gotten too far. I mean, she's not in Alaska. She's a little girl. She couldn't have wandered
no.
off too far. I'm going to answer this
And if,
question real
go ahead.
quick. Snow says, Brooks, question. With what is happening with the West boys and not having bodies, could that happen to Don and Candace? Could they also be charged for murder without a body? 100%. 100%. 100%. It happens in lots of cases, believe it or not. Happens, I mean, not a ton, but it happens in a lot. There's a lot of circumstantial cases. They don't have a body and they still charge them.
A lot of attorneys, that's the only issue is there's a lot of DAs out there that they want to check off more boxes before they can either take it to a grand jury or get a warrant for their arrest. And just by holding the 911 calls back, that was indication to me either they didn't know it could be potential evidence later on, or there is something there that they don't need the public to hear. And I really do think, and I'm praying that TBI has been very strategic in this very delicate situation, because not only do they have to deal with the Summer missing and trying to figure out where she's at, but then you've got social media, you've got the drama, you've got crazy people flooding up, phone tips, and because they heard something on somebody's YouTube. So I believe they got a lot on their shoulders. And what are we almost at 9
Almost at 9
months?
months. And you make a really important point, and so does Clark. I put it on the screen. They want the conviction. They get one chance. One chance is all
Exactly.
they've got. And there are some DAs that will not go in front of a jury with a murder, manslaughter, anything without a body. They just won't. Some of them just don't know how. They just don't know how. I'm not going to be surprised if
That's
soon
correct.
we don't hear that they're getting a grand jury together, just like they did with Megan Boswell. All right, I'm going to play this audio real quick. You guys ready?
Yep.
You guys ready to hear straight from Mom Patrol? Hold on. This was sent to me, so bear with me. I'm using multiple devices here today, everybody.
I want to keep doing me so I can do my boys.
Here we go again.
I want to keep doing me so I can do my boys.
Mm-mm.
And yeah, Summer will always be here with me, no matter what anybody says.
How, Candace? How is Summer always going to be with you? What are you trying to say now?
When she said that, I immediately thought of that's the same thing I say about the people who have passed. My dad will always be with me. My son, you know what I'm saying? That's what you say. Like, oh, they'll always be in my heart. They'll always be with me. I don't know. That's how I took that. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask chat. What do you all think she means by this? I'm gonna do me, um, do my boys. I don't care what anybody says. Summer's always gonna be with me. She did say that. I'm gonna restart it. Hang on.
I want to keep doing me so I can do my boys.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Summer will always be here with me, no matter what anybody says.
Pretty sick ass thing to say.
Yeah, yeah, I see in chat we all know she was inebriated. I
Mm-hmm.
think she was more of a calm inebriated, if you get my drift.
She's
But
been unusually calm since her husband's been in jail.
right. And she's got no responsibility. None at all. People sending her money, you know, I just think that's sick and it's sad.
I really wish that would stop, but I don't think it's going to anytime soon because when the money comes in, she's talking, unfortunately. Hang on, I gotta read this
Right,
by
right.
my buddy Dr. Clark. She sounds like she has it in her head she will keep trying to get the boys back, not worry about finding Summer. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's
I agree.
exactly what it is. And here we go. The rabbit hole goes deep said she is saying Summer is gone and she knows it. Couldn't have phrased it any better myself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She goes on to say in this clip that Summer was her best friend. Hang on.
What y'all fail to realize, all you haters, Summer was my best friend. What y'all fail to realize, all you haters, Summer was my best friend.
Was.
Anyone have a problem with that?
Was.
Mm-hmm. Anyone have a problem with that? All you haters. Summer was my best friend. Good morning, Crime and
I
Justice.
thought she was all Dawn's baby girl. Daddy's boy. I mean, sorry, Daddy's girl. What we fail to realize was.
I love this comment, Tamara. Haters, we want to help you find Summer. You didn't want our help. That's all we want. We want to help you find your daughter.
Damn.
Yeah, you're right, Suzanne. We are haters just because we love Summer. I don't know why that upset me so bad. Her selfishness doesn't shock me. But when she said, "Oh, you haters," because she's got to get her sympathy in there, right? Okay, she's got to get her sympathy.
Of course.
And then says
She's the
Summer
victim,
was
right?
so, she's got to get her sympathy in there, and then has to get more. She tries to, in a way, by saying she was my best friend. Well, I wouldn't want to be your friend.
No. It's hard enough watching her on YouTube, or let alone, oh no, nope. I understand if the very first interview when you were nervous and you said was once, like past tense once, but this has been almost 9 months of, going back to immediately abducted, shall see her in the resurrection, was, she was this, she was that, she did this. You know, you both know. You both know something. It's obvious.
You know something. And like I said, I don't know if she wandered off. I don't know if it was foul play, but I have a really good idea that between Grandis and Candace, they have more information that they're not giving up about that day. We're going to get to that in a second. I want to look at
I
this
agree.
comment by Carla. Do my boys. Another sketch comment. Candace, wake up. Turn yourself in. You have no children. I'm praying that you never get those innocent boys back.
Amen, Carly.
Exactly. And I get really tired of people who scream from the rooftops, CPS needs to do their job. But in this case, a woman who is a known child abuser, neglectful, endangers children, they want her to get her children back. Let those boys have a second chance. Let those boys have a chance at a normal life. You know what I mean? Because this especially is not the time for them to go back to Candace. Their dad's in jail. Grandis is
No.
getting ready to go out of state again. Let them get into a normal routine. Blanca Cruz, she's angry because there is so much love for Summer. She is. You're right.
Didn't Dawn say something about that? Or to the fact that Candace was a little jealous because she was daddy's girl.
He did. He has alluded several times that she has a very jealous nature.
I wrote it down, but he said something like little, I forget what he.
Maria, thank you for the super sticker. No, you're right, Shannon. He's alluded several times that she's got a very jealous personality. All right, I'm going to play the interview. Can you hear me, Shan?
Yep, I'm good.
All right, I'm going to play this interview with Grandis. They played more of her interview. This was on yesterday, so this is from March 2nd. Hold on, everybody.
My dog thinks I'm scared.
What a cute dog, by the way. What a cute dog.
It was. I like big dogs.
What a cute dog. Okay, Alicia said that she heard, is it this interview, Alicia? Alicia said, why aren't y'all talking about the fact that Grandis made very clear the other day that she was not at that water hole with them? Oh,
It's
man.
not in this clip.
Is it in the one I played yesterday? Because I didn't catch it.
I don't know, because they keep releasing. I guess they did a whole interview with the Grandis, and they're only supposedly you could go to their whatever that TV station's website and see the whole interview. I'm not sure, but they only play pieces of it at a time. So I know it's not in this one, if I remember correctly.
Alicia, girlfriend, can you email that to me? CLL72020. That changes everything. That changes everything. Everything.
She did mention the water hole in this one, though.
Okay, let's see what she says. Net detective. I wonder if her sister was also her best friend, question mark. I don't think Candace understands the concept of friendship. It's very sad. A lot of people don't. But for her to say Summer was my best friend. Gotta be kidding me.
Yeah,
All right.
was.
All right, here we go. I'm going to play this from yesterday.
The Diamond officers spent a third day in the Beach Creek community searching for Summer Wells, but no significant results. An Amber Alert to find the missing 6-year-old from Hawkins County remains active. And we're hearing more about what happened the day from her grandmother. Here's Ansley Daniel.
Josh and Sarah, as officers spent another day in Beach Creek searching for Summer. I was out there yesterday and spent some time at the Wells family home on Ben Hill Road. Now, that's where Summer was reported missing from on June the 15th. I actually had the chance to speak with the missing girl's mother, Candace Bly, who again did not want to speak on camera with us, but I did have the opportunity to sit down with her grandmother, Candace Hare, who told me she wants people to hear about her family straight from the source.
That's why I come on camera, because I am sick and tired of lies.
Missing Hawkins County 6-year-old Summer Wells' grandmother.
Okay, I'm going to address that real quick. I'm sick and tired of the lies. Okay, I got you, girlfriend. I got you. The lies have been spewed from your son-in-law and your daughter. Okay? I understand that there are channels out there that will take a little snippet of something and they run with the rumor mill. I get it. I get it. But what we're talking about here, you're sick of the lies. That's been from, well, I mean, where you have your ass parked, girlfriend. The property where you're at, that's where it's come from. What do you think about that statement, Shan?
When I first watched it, I was like, "You're sick of the lies. Why aren't you sick of not finding Summer?" That's my first thought that came into my head. And you know, you know what I'm saying? That's what you're sick of. That's what came to my mind. And lies comes from that camp. Now I know there's lies and rumors all over social media. I get that. Why would you even pay attention to that?
But also
That's-
she's
that's
calling
my
Lawson. But also she's calling Lawson a liar. That's the reason she's doing this. She's mad as a hornet. She's saying this because she believes that he lied the other day when he said they're not cooperating, they have attorneys. He didn't specify who. He certainly didn't single her out, and that's the only reason she did this, because she didn't like what he said. Crime time. I totally understand why she's saying that. The speculation is beyond ridiculous. It is. It is. I have heard some of the craziest things. People aren't putting out there like they're having a discussion, like, oh, I think this might have happened, or I think this might have happened. There's no, I think. There's a lot of things that have been said over the last 9 months that are put out as, I know, or I've heard. And it's like, okay. And it turns out to be a big nothing.
Candace Hare says it was hard to speak on camera as she's been reliving a familiar nightmare.
Rose has been missing for 12 years. I miss her dearly. She's the baby of the family.
Hare's youngest daughter and Summer's aunt, Rosemarie Bly, went missing from Wisconsin on August 21st of 2009.
To go through it again with my granddaughter, Summer, is very heartbreaking.
All right, so let's discuss that. Lightning never strikes twice in the same place. I don't know, maybe it does. Some people have corrected me on that saying of mine. 2 people missing without a trace in one family, and you just heard Grandis say it, Rose was the baby. Well, Summer's the baby. Do we find that a little odd, Shan?
Yeah. And then what did she say right before that? Oh, about Rose missing.
She was
What
the
did she
baby of
just
the
say?
family.
Sorry.
She was the baby of the family, and she
Yeah.
misses her.
And then I know you haven't played it yet, but then she goes to say, now I'll stop here because I want you to play the other part first. But yeah,
I just
baby of
wanted
the
to
family.
stop. I just wanted to stop on that because I'm like, it's like Liplock said, those are lottery odds. 2 people missing in a family without a trace. Now, I know that Candace's daughter, Candace, the one that was in foster care in Wisconsin, she was missing for a time. She was found. That was kind of a runaway situation.
Right.
Awful.
Right.
Awful that she had to be raised that way. But when I hear, 2 people missing in one family, both the babies of the family, and this one was there. I mean, my God.
Statistically, No.
No. Melanie. Exactly, Brooks. And again, no tears at all. Hell is too good for these people. I'm glad you brought that up because we don't see tears out of Candace. It was all I could do. And I'm going to quit making this comparison. I'm trying my hardest not to, but I got to in this point. When I see Brandy and it's all she can do to hold it together, when I'm talking to my friend Stacy Jones and it's all she can do to hold it together, and there's Candace, she was my best friend. I mean, no emotion, even from Allie, Leslie, none of them are shaken up. Don looked a little tearful in one interview very, very early on, and that demeanor changed real quick. I don't know what happened, but something changed with him real quick. And here she is. She's got a missing daughter and a missing granddaughter. These are things that we don't get desensitized to when it's directly related to us. No.
No. The affect
And that's what a
is
lot of
off.
people don't.
What's that, hun?
I just said the affect does not match the emotion. Like if
No.
I tell you, my dog just passed away. No, you're gonna, my dog, like you're gonna be emotional. They are just flatline. Period. Flatline.
It's crazy.
That's all. Yeah.
No, it's crazy. It makes no sense. We all know how we react to tragic situations. I hope nobody's ever been in one, or not very many, but we have death in our family. We do. We've had to bury friends, family, I mean, loved ones. We know our reaction. And it's not just Candace. It's like all of them. It's like Jody Sue will sit in the camper and babble on all night, and she knows this precious little girl, and not one tear can be excreted from her. Not even a sound of panic. I don't get it. I'm going to take that back a little bit.
Is very heartbreaking. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Is what a parent goes through, what a grandmother goes through. It's the not knowing is what tears us up. It's the not knowing.
Back in November, her granddaughter's case received national attention on a two-part Dr. Phil episode, which is why Hare thinks her daughter Candace Bly has continued to shy away from the media.
Well, now come on. We all know that Candace did not knock it out of the park when she was with the behavioral panel or when she was on Dr. Phil. Okay, we saw it. We've gone over it many, many times. Might be revisiting that one again soon. Okay. She has not shied away from the media. Okay. She is on YouTube singing Tim McGraw, talking about her relationship problems with Donnie, even went as far as to make her own channel to post the video, the clip we just saw, and stuff like this. That's not shying away, my friends. That's not. I'm sorry. It's not. Do you see her shying away from the media, Shannon?
No. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And if you're going to use a platform like YouTube, use it to talk and find out about where your daughter could be. Ask the public for help. Can y'all give me ideas? Help me. What should I do next? If law enforcement isn't, even talking to them, plead to the public for help. She does none of that. It's like a game to her. Like, haha, Donnie boy's in jail. Now I can have my own YouTube.
He's done like by YouTube. He got mad and hung up. Those are your big problems, Candace. Donnie hanging the phone up on you. Those are your big problems. That's what you want to discuss tonight.
The same priorities when all the kids were there are the same priorities now. Fighting and jealous and craziness with each other, not the children. The children never ever came first.
No.
And it never came first. And it's heartbreaking. It's really sad. A
It's
lot of the
sad.
pictures that you see, sorry, I
Mhm.
didn't mean to cut you off. I was just gonna say, you know how we've talked about in the past the decline of the pictures that were taken, especially of Summer from the
Yeah.
last year
Only,
till she
only of
was
summer.
missing.
Only of
There were
summer.
not a lot, yeah, and there were not a lot of smiles. There were not a lot of smiles in some of those, like at home pictures.
No. It's like she captured the torment.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Dirty
awful.
hair, hair's not combed, bruises, not even thinking about it, splashing around in the rain on some weird tarp. There's probably, in bare feet, there's probably, if there's um cars on the property that don't even run that are old, there's bound to be screws and nails all over the ground out there. Who knows what she cut her feet on, but yeah, she just
Mm-hmm.
didn't look good at all.
And that I never have judged too harshly on that one because I'm real bad about walking around with no shoes on. My kids did it. It's just it happens. You know what I mean? But
But
that I
did you
mean,
have a house like that? No,
no, nor would I.
right?
I mean,
That
I
that
mean, I
I
can
ran in
explain.
bare feet too.
I can explain.
Right,
I have a
right, right, right.
vacuum today, but I couldn't explain a naked 2-year-old straddling a 2x4.
Right. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. I agree.
Hang on, Thumbelina. Would a guilty person take to YouTube like this? I mean, wouldn't you stay out of the limelight as much as possible? Maybe hydrofluoric acid was used and there would be, oh, God. Well, I've thought about that myself, not the hydrofluoric acid, but if you're guilty, wouldn't you just want to hide? I do know that on June 15th, when the cops were there, she was inside on the phone. I've never understood that. I've never understood that. And this new personality that we have got from Candace, it's odd to say the least. Odd.
I think it had to do a lot with Dr. Phil, the way it came out on Dr. Phil when she was out there. I was not out there. I think it hurt Candace in a way. I don't know if it's helped.
Okay, so she says right there, I wasn't out there. I wasn't out there. Okay, I've always wondered myself, why was Grandis not out there to support her daughter? Tell what happened that day. I think if Grandis had been at Dr. Phil, it wouldn't have gone down that way. Why? Why did she not go?
Or not. I don't believe it has. Maybe it's gotten more attention out.
And there's the dogs barking. There's the dogs barking. Okay, great. Yet Dawn said the dogs weren't home that day. Well, they were there the day Chris McDonough was there, and they're barking up a storm now with Ansley doing her interview with Grandis. So the dogs are there.
Everywhere.
On June 15th, the day Summer was reported missing, Harris says she spent the entire day with her daughter and granddaughter. She says it started with a trip to the emergency room to have her knee checked out.
They prescribed me medication to take to get the swelling down out of my knee and around my knee because it was inflamed. And
At this point right here, I really wish Ansley would have asked her, with your swollen knee, why did you not take the Subaru? You were going to get, you need the swelling in your knee to go down. Why did you not take the Subaru? It's easier to kind of turn and just sit down in the Subaru and scoot in than get up in her truck. You have any thoughts on that, Shan?
So I thought the same thing. And to piggyback off of the dogs, the whole time I watched it, I was like, there's the dogs. Just like when another group of people who came down to the end of the driveway, you heard dogs. So every time somebody's been up or around that property, you hear those dogs. And they have less dogs now, if you think about it, because I want to say the Humane Society or whatever's down there have removed quite a bit of dogs. So there's not many dogs left, and they're still barking like that.
Uh-huh. So we know the dogs make noise. We know the dogs are around all the time, but Dawn had to let us know the dogs weren't there that day. But like I say, it's opposite day with them. Julie, I couldn't agree more.
Right.
There's more leg room in the Subaru. Plus, it's easier to get into with a swollen knee. Hang on, there's another comment I missed. Hang on, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I've always wondered this too. And why would you go to the swimming hole with a bad knee? Well, there's another interview out there where she said she wasn't there, and I gotta find it. Gotta find it because I am more than intrigued.
Yeah, because I've walked it. And I've walked that path. I went down there. I walked that path. So if I had a bum knee like that, I would have stayed in the car.
Now, hang on. You did. You
So
went to Warriors. I forgot. You did go to
Yeah.
Warriors Park, and you did walk it.
Mm-hmm. And that branch was there. Now it was emotional, but I walked it, and it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. The little path, because you got tree branches from big trees that come up in this path, so you might trip over those. So, and it kind of like goes up a little and down, and it's I know I wouldn't be doing it. I'd be, especially she hadn't gotten her whatever prescription she got. She didn't have any, unless she already had some medication, but she didn't have her medication yet. So why not sit in the car? Why would you walk down there? And do you ever hear her voice on the
TikTok video?
what's
No.
it, the TikTok of, yeah, you don't ever hear. I hear Hunter, Summer, and maybe Candace, I'm not sure, but you definitely don't see or hear Grandis at all.
I heard Candace because she was the one taking the video. Danny makes things. My friend Danny. Red flag, Brooks. Yes, you noted how much Candace talks like her mom. Never thought about this. Candace jealous of Summer, like Grandis jealous of Rose. I always thought it was Candace jealous of both. But now we got a big, yeah, it's crossed my mind. Crime
about that too.
time. Crime time. Then the dogs would not bark if Summer walked away on her own. Why would they? I'm confused. I'm not saying they would raise holy hell. I'm just thinking like how my dog is. Well, was. I don't have my dog anymore. Followed me everywhere. If I'm taking a walk, my dog's going to go with me. And there were several dogs. I just don't see why the dogs didn't follow her. A lot of children who've been found that have wandered off, and that still could be the scenario, guys. I don't know. They're actually found with their animals. Oh, this whole thing. I'm telling you guys, gonna have a heart attack.
Then we waited around for my prescription. Summer went swimming that day at the horse stables, I believe it was.
After the family returned home with groceries, Hare says she took
At the horse stables, I believe it was. Were you there or not, Grandis? This changes everything. Hunter said you were in the car putting minutes on your phone. I'm going to listen to this again.
At the horse stables, I believe it was.
after the family
At the horse stables, I believe it was. How do you not know where you were? How do you not know we're at the horse stables? I believe it was. Alicia, thank you. I would have missed that totally. Love you, Alicia. Not letting this one go. I'm not letting this one go. Shannon, are you freaking out like I am?
Yeah, that I think it was. I even wrote that down on my notes and put a big circle around it because I was like, we have to literally have to dissect this stuff because that's an important day. You're not going to forget that. You're just not, unless it just wasn't that important to them. to remember.
Mm-hmm. Listen to that again. Alexandra, I sent you the link. I'm going to drop it again. I loved the email you sent me today. TZB, Grandis is not confident with what she's saying. No, she's not. She's struggling in this area. She's struggling. I'm going to listen to it again, guys.
Waited around for my prescription. Summer went swimming that day at the horse stables, I believe it was.
After the family returned home with groceries,
Sounds to me like they dropped Grandis off to get the knee injection or whatever. Then they went and did their running around and picked her up after. Or she can't remember the script. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. That's a big one for me right there. That's a big one.
Wow, Alicia, exactly. Am I reading too much into this, guys? At the horse stables, I believe. Wow. Okay.
I mean, they live there. They know that area. You know?
Well, I mean, not so much that. Was she there or not? She went swimming at the horse stables, I believe, telling me she wasn't there. She would know where she went swimming if she had eyes on her. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And the only reason she knows she went swimming is probably because of the video.
Yeah.
And maybe
See-
being wet, getting back in the car or whatever.
But a lot of people are saying she's forgetting the script. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hare says she took a nap, woke up, and repotted cactus plants with her granddaughter.
Okay, there it is. Damn. There it is. Grandis went home and took a nap. Now we can forget the planting flowers story. And let me tell you, Grandis has actually slipped this nap to people before. Okay? It's a wonder it never got out before. She has slipped this before. What do we make, Shannon, out of her going home and taking a nap? Yet now we have to act like we're the all-knowing. You can't possibly know what's going on, and forget your peppermint story and your replanting cactus, because I don't care. You were taking a nap, Grandis. How the hell do you
agree.
know what happened?
I agree. And like you said at the beginning, this was low key known. And to me, it either indicates she did go home and take a nap and maybe we'll put on one side. Maybe she slept a couple hours while whatever took place. But the candy and the story, the timeline's not adding up if she took a nap. And if I was the reporter, I'd be like, well, do you know about how long that nap was? That would have been my question. Because that would have really helped.
Right. And here's my thing. They always have to sell us a story. And when someone's trying to convince you of something, buyer beware. Okay? Buyer beware. If they just have to make you believe something, there's a reason. But for her to just now conveniently mention, I took a nap. Candace has never once mentioned that her mom went into the camper to take a nap. She makes it sound like all of this went down in like a 15-minute period. Planting flowers, got a piece of candy from grandma, walked her in, and 2 minutes later she was gone. Someone took her from the basement. Or she wandered off from her swing, and then she says she wouldn't walk off from the swing. Oh my gosh. And Mama, at Brooke, I've always thought she went home after Doctor. Summer was left at the home, picked up. H then went back to pick up Summer and go to town. I don't know. I've heard that theory before. I don't know. I just like I said, it's time to say what really happened that day. What really, You know that nobody in that house or in that jail cell wants this to go on any longer. So come on. Come on. Don't You went home and took a nap. There's no crime in that. That actually makes more sense, Granny.
Right.
That actually makes more sense.
I think so too.
Gonna hear it again.
Emergency room to have her knee checked out.
They prescribed me medication to take to get the swelling down out of my knee and around my knee because it was inflamed. And then we waited around for my prescription. Summer went swimming that day at the horse stables, I believe it was.
After the family
At the horse stables, I believe it was. So now here we go again. Here's another bomb drop.
returned home with groceries, Hare says she took a nap, woke up, and repotted cactus plants with her granddaughter. She says Summer ate a peppermint.
Who lets a child replant cactus? Come on. This is so dumb.
Went inside the house to play with her brothers, and that was the last time she was seen.
There was no sign of her.
Authorities say all possibilities.
There was no sign of her. There was no sign of her. How do you know? You were taking a nap. You heard Candace.
Exactly.
For Summer. You were taking a nap, lady.
Contradiction.
Nuts. Alicia, that's always been my theory. And she has said that before. You're right.
Of what happened to Summer are still on the table. But like the rest of the Wells family, Summer's grandmother believes she was abducted.
We never did find her. She called 911 and she called Donnie and we said.
Now, should we take this comment literally or not? Because she says she called 911, then she called Donnie. That's opposite of what we've been told, but it's always opposite day on Ben Hill Road. She called 911, then she called Donnie. But now, according to Candace, she called Don, and then she called 911. Did you catch that, Shan?
Yeah, I even wrote that down. I said she called 911, then Donnie did. And then what she says after that, I'm not going to say it yet because you haven't played it. But yeah, I was like, that contradicts the story again. That was told from the beginning from Don and Candace. So
yeah,
or
it seems that whoever wrote this script didn't give cue cards because they forget very important BS facts. Nay, Don isn't there to oversee changes to the script, so it's all falling apart. Yep, the director's gone. The director's
Absolutely.
gone. All right. If I'm reading too much into this, guys, you just tell me.
Was abducted.
We never did find her. She called 911 and she called Donnie and we sent the boys down over the hill and I stood in front of over by the edge there and watched them. And was praying to God every minute that nobody would take them.
For more than a decade, Hare has said the same prayer.
What the hell is she talking about?
That's what I wrote down. I put praying, like where she was watching them, praying that no one would abduct them. Like, would you have thought that?
No. I would have, my first assumption would have been whether I live in town, in a house, in an apartment, or in a rural area. My very first assumption would have been she wandered off. She got too far. We got to find her. She's got to be around here somewhere. And she's like, and I'm praying to God that nobody would take the boys. What? They were home alone all day, lady.
Right. And then I put, why would they automatically think abduction and not, well, did she follow one of the puppies off somewhere? Is she hiding? You know, because she was bored. Because, you know, that would have been my first, you know what I'm saying? Not go look down the hill to see if she was, I don't know. It just.
No,
like
this
you said,
doesn't
the
sit
script.
right with me at all. at
either.
all. And Muscles and Mascara said, so you send your kids out while someone abducted your girl. Yeah, right. Yeah. And the first thing you think is that somebody got up on that property and abducted her. Come on. Bullhorn. Look at her eyes. She won't even make eye contact with the reporter. Deception. That's what I thought too. She keeps looking to the right. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And was praying to God every minute that nobody would take them.
For more than a decade, Hare has said the same prayer.
I hope and I pray to God every day.
Over the last almost 9 months, along with her daughter Rose, her granddaughter Summer has now been added to her plea.
That she's found alive.
We have more of that first-time interview, along with a statement from Summer's mother, Candace Bly, and the interview with Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson that prompted it all, right now on our website, WJHL.com.
And I will probably go through it 100 times today. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on this?
I watched this 2 or 3 times, and I'm going to play devil's advocate. There was one thing she said that I wish that I would have heard Dawn and Candace say from the get-go, and that was when she was talking about Rose. It's been 12 years, heartbreaking, the not knowing. That is a normal to me response, is the not knowing. So, I'm not saying I believe anything this woman says, but that when she was talking about Rose, that caught my attention. The not knowing tears me up. And that sounds like something that, a parent would say, the not knowing. But then y'all act like that she was abducted. So there it goes against, you're contradicting yourselves again. So it just blew my mind.
And that's a great point. It's the not knowing. It's the not knowing. Okay, so this is a new one for them. The not knowing is something that parents of abducted children have said over and over and over. So someone's doing their YouTube homework out there, okay? Grandis was ready for this. It's the not knowing. It's the not knowing. But she was abducted while you were napping. I'm telling you right now, it could be very well that Grandis, was taking her nap, and Hunter himself said she gets drunk and high and thinks she's lost her children. She could have been out of her mind, and Summer got away. I don't know. We're going to find out. We will find out. Because I think these searches aren't done. These searches are not done.
Not by far.
It's just with their history, their behavior, their contradicting stories, their lies, their pranks. It's just so hard to not think that they're directly involved. I just can't know. So we're going to watch it all the way through. Hold on. I guarantee we missed something in here. You have your notes, Shannon?
Yeah, Brooks, real quick. Snow said a comment. She said, I seriously think they told the boys to go look so they can maybe take Summer and hide her. Just a theory, but a possibility. I've never thought of that. I just wanted to read that.
That blows my mind. Think about it. Boys, go down to the creek and help us find Summer. Grandis watches the boys, and Candace leaves with her.
Yes, I never thought about that. That is an excellent point. That was from Snow.
Snow, you won comment of the day.
Ooh, I like you. That's my girl, Snow. Hey. But yeah, that I saw that, and Bullhorn Betty vetted that. Like, she agreed with that. So I had to go back and look, what did Snow say? And that's why I wanted to mention that real quick, because I thought I never thought of that. What a great point. That's why I love hearing all of our chat and viewers' different opinions and views. I love that.
I love it too. Lip Lock said, I've actually thought of that many times. Big T said, Snow nails it a lot. Let's start calling her Snow Queen. And like Bullhorn said, remember Candace said she drove away to go find Summer. We don't know what time. Could very well
Nope.
be they sent the boys down to the creek, so they have the boys have not. I mean, the boys know something. Okay, I don't know. I mean, there's something they know. They hold a big
They
key to
know
what went on
something.
that day. It's just for law.
But they may not. Right.
It's
I
just
didn't
for
mean to cut
law.
you off.
It's just for law enforcement to piece it together. And don't think when push comes to shove and the heat's really on, they don't try to blame the boys.
Man, if they did that,
Let's
I
watch.
wouldn't doubt it. Not these parents. I don't even like calling them parents. Mom, like I always said, mom is a verb and a noun, or a noun and a verb. Like,
Let's watch it again. Hang on.
guess what?
Sarah, Diamond officers spent a third day in the Beach Creek community searching for Summer Wells, but no significant results. An Amber Alert to find the missing 6-year-old from Hawkins County remains active. And we're hearing more about what happened the day about that day from her grandmother. Here's Ansley Daniel.
Josh and Sarah, as officers spent another day in Beach Creek searching for Summer, I was out there yesterday and spent some time at the Wells family home on Ben Hill Road. Now, that's where Summer was reported missing from on June the 15th. I actually had the chance to speak with the missing girl's mother, Candace Bly, who again did not want to speak on camera with us, but I did have the opportunity to sit down with her grandmother, Candace Hare, who told me she wants people to hear about her family straight from the source.
That's why I come on camera, because I am sick and tired of the lies.
Missing Hawkins County 6-year-old Summer Wells' grandmother, Candace Hare, says it was hard to speak on camera as she's been reliving a familiar nightmare.
Rose has been missing for 12 years. I miss her dearly. She's the baby of the family.
Hare's youngest daughter and Summer's aunt, Rosemarie Bly, went missing from Wisconsin on August 21st of 2009.
To go through it again with my granddaughter, Summer, is very heartbreaking. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, is what a parent goes through, what a grandmother goes through. It's the not knowing is what tears us up. It's the not knowing.
Back in November, her granddaughter's case received national attention on a 2-part Dr. Phil episode, which is why Hare thinks her daughter Candace Bly has continued to shy away from the media.
I think it had to do a lot with Dr. Phil. The way it came out on Dr. Phil when she was out there. I was not out there. I think it hurt Candace in a way. I don't know if it's helped or not. I don't believe it has. Maybe it's gotten more attention out everywhere on them.
On June 15th, the day Summer was reported missing, Hare says she spent the entire day with her daughter and granddaughter. She says it started with a trip to the emergency room to have her knee checked out.
They prescribed me medication to take to get the swelling down out of my knee and around my knee because it was inflamed. And then we waited around for my prescription. Summer went swimming that day at the horse stables, I believe it was.
After the family returned home with groceries, Hare says she took a nap, woke up, and repotted cactus plants with her granddaughter. She says Summer ate a peppermint, went inside the house to play with her brothers, and that was the last time she was seen.
There was no sign of her.
Authorities say all possibilities of what happened to Summer are still on the table. But like the rest of the Wells family, Summer's grandmother believes she was abducted.
We never did find her. She called 911 and she called Don A. and we sent the boys down over the hill, and I stood in front of the, over by the edge there and watched them. And was praying to God every minute that nobody would take them.
For more than a decade, Hare has said the same prayer.
I hope and I pray to God every day.
Over the last almost 9 months, along with her daughter Rose, her granddaughter Summer has now been added to her plea.
That she's found alive.
We have more of that first-time interview, along with a statement from Summer's mother, Candace Bly, and the interview with Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson that prompted it all, right now on our website, WJHL.com.
Yep, and right there, like Lisa said, opposite day. Far, far away means very close by. Come on. I see a lot of deflection. I see a lot of deception in this. I'm really surprised she answered any questions about that day, because she clearly did this interview just to call out Ronnie Lawson, because she was so mad that he said the family's not cooperating. Well, she proved us wrong, didn't she? Because she said, oh, yeah, I did. I talked to him on December 13th about some trespassers. But you haven't checked back since. Yeah, not buying it. Not buying it. Nisa, exactly. Peppermint's way too hot for most kids. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I agree. I think Lawson did this to trigger them and get them to actually talk to someone besides the people on YouTube. And shame on Grandis when she's like, well, I didn't go out there with them, for Dr. Phil. Well, you could have advocated for both Rose and Summer had you gone out there, Grandis. Don says you're the smartest of all of them. He says you're the smartest of all of them. I'll tell you what, it'd be awesome. It'd be awesome if John Walsh had a podcast and Candace could jump on there. What are your thoughts, Shan? I'm getting ready to close this down. I want to hear it. Unheard but not forgotten. You were backstage. I did not forget you. I was waiting for the clip to be over. You are welcome to grab the link and come back up.
Absolutely. This just, they're getting mad and upset at the wrong things. Just write it all down on a piece of paper. That's facts that come out of their mouth that parents wouldn't do if their children were missing. And you've got all three. You got Grandis, Candace, and Dawn. They've done opposite of everything that a parent would do if their child was missing, was actually abducted. But we don't know what. We know she wasn't abducted, in my opinion, no. But you don't even act like that's your main concern, is because Lawson said something you didn't agree with. Come on.
That inflamed that old woman. That made her so mad. I'm like,
that she got on the news.
That's what it took for you to talk. It's not like she called the news and made a statement. Oh, hell no. They packed up the van and came out there and put her on camera in the yard. That's how mad she was about that. Good for you, Lawson. Get them talking. Get them talking. And then to say, oh, I talked to him on December 13th. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, when you gave this interview, it was March 1st. What have you done since besides planning for your next trip, you idiot? And all this stuff about Dawn. Dawn isn't even there to control the narrative, and look what they're doing. And look how Grandis is running the show.
Huh.
I say it's Candace, but you can clearly see. I mean, she's got control of this now.
Does she want camera time too? But maybe she doesn't know how to work YouTube. She's gonna work the news. Like, what is this? What is it with these two women? Like,
oh, Grandis has been offered money to come on YouTube. She has stayed out of this altogether. Lawson rattled her to her core. Amy said Lawson is using art of war techniques. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I agree.
But hang on.
I agree with that.
I'll put it up again. Yeah. I mean, and everything, I mean, some people, they just can't get one person out of their mind. They're like, Dawn. Dawn did have to make Candace do the WJHL interview where he kept squeezing her shoulder, and you hear him not clearly say in there, watch what you say, your mom's listening, which tells me right there, she's got her hooks in.
Right.
He had to do everything he could to get Candace to go on Dr. Phil. Hello, my friend. How are you today?
Great. How are you?
Pretty good. This interview is blowing my mind, though.
Yeah, it's blowing mine as well. Um, I'm not sure if it was mentioned. I've been booted a few times today with my internet, but I did want to focus on the fact that Grandis and Candace both keep referring to they took her,
Yes.
Mhm.
and that has really like triggered me. I mean, if you think someone abducted her, why would you think a they and not just one person?
Yeah, why is it
I
always
actually,
Yeah, that's a
go
very
ahead.
good point. Why is it a they? Why wouldn't it be one person, one abductor?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I've
I
heard
have that
Dawn,
circled
Candace.
on my paper.
Yes.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Yeah, I mean, I've heard them multiple times refer to they when they're talking about being an abduction, and it really triggered me. And then as far as Grandis, and her, her sweet wording that she used, I guess, during her interview while talking about Rose, I mean, she's had 12 years to practice this script, and make some sort of feeling for herself. So I really don't buy it as far as that goes.
She's had a lot of time to prepare. A lot.
Absolutely.
What do you think, Shan? That
I
she has the experience and the
100%.
practice.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And there's that disconnect from having any feeling or any emotion. But I'll agree with my girl here. The they, and I saw that quite a few times, was they did, um persons, it was always plural. So that's an excellent point.
Yeah, I actually caught it a few times when I was watching one of Candace's lives on another channel. And she was talking to the gentleman and just kept referring to they. And I was just like, who is they? Like, can you tell us who they are?
Yeah, who's they?
Clearly, she knows.
I mean, how the hell? I mean, how do you know it's a they?
Right.
Unless you set it up, you freaks. Crime and Justice. Let's talk about this. We're actually going to do a show about this next week. I'm starting to think that Dawn is the fall guy, or at least that was Candace and Grandis' plan. They've greased up the bus, everybody. It's fueled up. It's got new tires on it, and they are rolling it right over old Dawn. And trust me, he's no prince, but he is an idiot.
Oh, without a
Absolutely.
doubt.
And he had it, as far as I know, he had an alibi that day so far that he wasn't there. And that's why I've always said, either Dawn knows and held it over their head and now he's gone, and now they're going to try to act like, it's him, let's throw him under the bus. And you know I'm going to be honest with you, the search they said was planned. Something makes me think that he got mad at the phone call, and maybe he knows where Summer is, but just to scare Candace from behind bars, he told law enforcement an area to look, but it wasn't the right area. And maybe just to get a scare tactic from jail. I don't know why that crossed my mind. Um, but I thought that, I'm trying to think of everything, and I really thought about that. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
If you're understanding what I'm saying.
Well, between the search and Lawson, they were
Yeah.
rattling pages for some reason. And then we hear this interview with Grandis. Hell, she was taking a nap and she can't even place herself when Summer went swimming. That changes a lot of stuff. That changes the entire interview that Chris McDonough did live from the porch with Allie and Hunter.
Correct. Absolutely.
And don't ever
agree
think
with you.
I'm teaming up with Dawn, because no. And good luck, ladies. Good luck. I don't mean you two. Good luck, Candace. Good luck, Grandis. Evidence talks, bullshit walks. So whatever
Amen to
you're
that.
trying to spin is not going to work without ironclad proof. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little preface of tomorrow's show. Hold on, and then I'm going to shut this down. It's been awesome. This is from Jennifer Coffindaffer. They're searching for summer wells in the same areas previously searched. Why? In my opinion, they're making sure they didn't miss anything. It's been months without any reported progress. I think about Summer almost daily. Same. The truth lies on the tongues of her brothers. We're going to do a show about this, and it's going to be very eye-opening. I'm going to talk about other cases where the children, even though it took quite a while, solved the case. What do you guys think about this statement from our friend Jennifer Coffindaffer?
I completely agree.
Yeah, that I'll second that or third that for sure. Absolutely.
In my opinion, I mean, I would assume that the boys would be getting some type of counseling by now, given the situation that they were taken from. I can't imagine that none of them have said anything.
The state of mind those boys are probably in, what is normal to them, what they grew up with, is not something that they are going to talk about as in abnormal.
True.
And with go ahead, sorry.
But they are going to say it's going to be the smallest tidbit. I agree with Jennifer. That's going to blow this open.
It takes time for especially children that have they're traumatized for being taken away. No matter how bad we think the parents were, they love their parents. That's all they were used to. That was their world. And it can take months just to get, this son or that son or all three of them to really open up, because most kids like that have been taught to lie so much that they don't know what's the truth, and
fear the truth. Sorry.
Exactly, that too. And it could take a while, and it usually does with children like that, to get somewhere, with some answers.
Exactly. And
so
they can't come in guns a-blazing to these three little boys who are victims too and interrogate them. It's a very slow process considering the trauma they've been through.
Yeah,
they saw plenty on June 15th. If they didn't see Summer at all that day, there's a problem. If, like what was suggested by Snow, they were sent to the creek to look for her, but they didn't ever see her come in the house, but their mother drove away, well, that's a different story. They have something. It's going to be something small that's going to break it wide open.
I did have one more thing that I just remembered.
Go ahead.
I was watching another one of her videos the other day, just skimming through it, and I overheard her say she was asked if they let Dawn know, or she let Dawn know during her 3-minute call with him, that they were searching again around the property, and she had said that no, she didn't tell him. And I was kind of blown away that she wouldn't have told him that they were searching. It kind of makes you wonder why she wouldn't have told him, unless she fears that he will talk before she does.
Oh, hell yeah, she doesn't want him to know.
It was almost like, in my opinion, when Candace is just talking normal, or somebody's asking her, like a friend, quote unquote, I know who you're talking about because I saw that, asking her, hey, did you talk to A-hole today? And yeah, I did. And he asked, well, did you tell him about the searchers? Oh, no. But the way I took it was, oh, no, I didn't tell him. I forgot.
Right.
Like, I wasn't even thinking about it. That's kind of how I took it, too.
Same here, for sure.
Oh, no, I didn't even tell him.
And on top of that, the most important thing you have going on in your life right now, And trust me, Candace has a lot of big life events going on right now. Missing daughter, husband in jail, 3 boys in foster care. The most pressing matter is their daughter missing, and you forget to mention that they have another search going on. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, that whatever. And it was to me, what I saw was, no, I didn't tell him, but it was like, no, I forgot all about that. I was too busy
Right.
fighting with him over jealousy and this and that, you know?
Again, like that's important with what you've got going on. Again, like that's important. Your daughter's missing and you're fighting over your new YouTube channel and oh my God, I can't.
It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, unheard but not forgotten. So guys, what I'm going to do, I have to make a phone call here in a second. I got some stuff going on. So I'm going to shut this down, but tomorrow we're going to continue this conversation, okay? Y'all going to be here? Because it's going to be a big one.
We wouldn't miss it.
We'll be here.
All right,
Thank you
thanks
for letting
girls.
me on.
No,
Yes, and thank you.
No, I love you guys coming up. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, it's been about an hour and a half, so I'm not cutting it too short. Just got to thank everybody for being here. Shan, thanks for coming up talking to me. Thank you, Unheard but Not Forgotten. Never forget the Mod Squad, because you guys, I don't know how you do it. I was telling Deb this morning. I'm like, man, I don't know how you all do it, but you do, and you're the best at it. Of course, we have the best chat on YouTube, and we have the best community. Your comments blow me out of the water. The stuff, I mean, today, Snow, what she said, just about shit and fell back in it. Not gonna lie. That was an awesome comment. Don't forget, tomorrow at noon, we have another members live. I'm going to try to start doing more of them, but it's a kickback laugh and it's hysterical every time. So in the meantime, I'll see you on Facebook. I'll see you in Discord. And thank you so much for being here. Oh, real quick. The Harmony Montgomery live I had scheduled for today, I had to move till Monday because of the guest that's coming on. Okay? For those of you just coming in, catch it on the replay. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here and just being your usual awesome selves. You have no idea how incredible you are. See you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.